let's say a person has a trial. Oh, well, I'll give you an example. I was in Switzerland doing a seminar, and somebody brought in a young fellow who was involved in one of the wars in the Balkans. And he had post-traumatic stress. He was going to commit suicide. I didn't know that at the time. They told me later. And he was dragged into the course, and he was listening to me go in, and he was sleeping through the whole course. And finally, he felt that he knew me after 2 days, and they said, "Now he's okay. He'll work with you, or he'll sit for you." And all I did was wave my fingers in front of his eyes, and had him think of the incident that caused the traumatic experience in the first place. Now, the whole incident, when I work on a person healing and when I teach healing, usually it takes 30 seconds or less. If you're going to heal, you're going to heal like that. It doesn't take time. Now, this guy's been to psychologists, he's been to psychiatrists, he's been hospitalized for years. And all I did was wave my hands in front of his eyes, did a certain ritual in front of his eyes, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and it was over. He was a new person. He acted differently, he spoke differently. Now, that seemingly is as impossible as my piano playing. But the piano, I've done a few things like that. That was my best one. With healing, I've done that not once, not twice, but thousands of times. One time, just to experiment, to show people that it was a real thing, I was doing a seminar in New York in the Gramercy Park Hotel, and there were about 200 people in the room. And I started to demonstrate healing, and I said, everybody in the audience, everybody who is in any pain, stand. The reason I ask for pain is because you know if a pain goes away. You don't know if a tumor is going away, but you know if a pain's going away. And about 100 people stood up. It was about 50 on this side and 50 on this side. And I said, now this is an experiment. I'm going to tell you what I do and what I did, but I'm doing this more for myself than for you. I wanted to see something. So there's the left side and the right side. I said, as your pain leaves, sit down. And what I did, I went into a trance. You can go into a trance with your eyes open also when you know how to do it. I went into a trance, and I took my hands, my mental hands, and I held them over only the ones on the right. And I held my hands over them, and I imagined healing energy pouring out of my hands, only on the right side. And a few people sat down. I said, as the pain leaves, sit. A few more sat down. And now everybody realized something was happening because nobody on the left side was sitting. They were all standing. Before you knew it, everyone on the right side was sitting. Their pain had left. Nobody on the left side, was seated. I said, okay, now I'll heal the left side. And I did the left side, and they sat down. And then I explained to them what I did. The reason I did that is to show you that it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Only the ones that I worked on sat. Only the ones that I worked on got rid of their pain.